Not that long.
What I'm calling your mama for? She can't help you.
Why would you?
I didn't know you was fine yet. You was tight, but I didn't know you was fine yet. Oh, shit. Motherfucker.
I don't know how to.
Shit, I ain't coming back there. I guess shit. I got that cigarette. Shit out of
Yeah. Now I gotta see how can I send him. Let me see. You gotta upgrade it. Uh, okay. I'm back on the stream yard. Now it won't let me comment. It won't let me comment on this. And I don't want to go too long on my stream yard. I don't want to go live too long on here because I want to keep my hours. I'm waiting on Earl to be getting a private chat. I posted in the private chat. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to let him get up for a little bit. Let's see, post a comment. So hopefully Earl gets on this one and we can have a little conversation. I missed it. I am back on the stream yard for the free. But we're not gonna I don't wanna waste it too much for if Earl not on here. But I just wanna thank all my supporters. He's probably uh got confused about how you want to do it. You confused me too because he was saying that he don't really want to get on live and then he take the stuff and fucking be making fun of him. He already said that. But Earl said that he did not want to go live talking about it. The stuff that happened to him. Maybe we can discuss it in a private or whatever. But Earl said he don't want to talk about it. Like he don't want to talk about the stuff on the live. And I can understand it. Yeah, but he hasn't got on here. I'm gonna give him a couple minutes to get on here. But okay, Earl. I have put the link in there, but I told them that you don't want to get on here and talk about what you've been through, but you'll talk about some things, but you don't want to talk about the what you've been through on the live. That's what I'm trying to tell Google. She keeps saying that you want to get up here and talk or whatever, but I know that you had some other live that you didn't want to talk about certain things because you felt like Danny will take it, and Danny, you know how she do, you know how Danny move. But Google is insisting that you get up here and tell your story. And if you want to get on the link is right here. Hello.
What up, Niche?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I can hear my voice though in the background.
Okay, let me put my camera on mute. You could take the floor. You can speak.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, Niche. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is why I'm gravitating to you, your energy, Trinity, Divine, Google. You know what I mean? You're all packing that energy. That's why I'm coming to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You hear
Yeah,
that?
I understand completely what you're saying.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I came through the childcare system.
You was in the child care system.
Yeah, out here. Yeah, in the UK. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of bad, really. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because it's it's
Did you
it's
have
leverage.
red hair?
Huh?
You have red hair or blonde?
Red hair or blonde? Who you going with, man? Oh, oh, you
Oh,
look at my picture? You look, that's my nephew.
oh, I can't see.
If you're looking at my icon, that's my nephew. He's from New York.
Is oh he black? You're black.
Yeah, I'll say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Last time
oh,
I
I didn't
checked, you
know.
know what I'm saying? Last time I
Yeah.
checked, man, everything was like, I'm in tan and brown, boy.
Oh no, he's black. Okay. So Trinity, do you want to get on live so you can help him impact a memory, where he can tell a memory? Or I had put my email so you can email me so I can have your number so I can add you to our phone group call.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know if you want.
I just emailed you, mate. But it's all good.
Okay.
I mean,
Let
I'm,
me.
I'm up here now. You know what I'm saying? Because look,
He
this shit is
he
deep,
she.
man. People are just complacent to what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? They want to live in their little cuckoo land clouds and not face reality. This shit is a reality, man. This is like it's no joke. And
Which email you email me?
yeah, the one you left in the description. That's why I couldn't get off the live and go into the description. This is why I couldn't see the email at first.
Oh, it's Shakey. Oh, it's not no. It's not an S on banks. It's just I don't know if I put an S on it. It's just a bank.
All right, maybe it didn't. It sent, so I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe you got it, but I'm here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you good then.
So
Okay, Trinity, click the link so you can come up on the call.
yeah, let's
So
get
you
Trinity
can.
up, man. I'm saying because you lot are just you're packing wisdom. You're kind of wise yourself, Mitch. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, all I can see is me on my. Yo, we back.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, he wants your help, Trinity. You gotta click on this is the link right here. Uh, that's the link. This is the link so you can get on. He would like your help. But yeah, that's horrible. Did you have like special abilities as a kid?
Yeah, I think I still got it now. You know, with the music and that.
Yeah.
I'm just still making music. I'm forever making music. I can't stop. You know?
Yeah, 'cause that's like is your way to release.
Songwriting, producing, all that stuff. I'm doing it all. You know.
Yeah. It's
That's
gonna pay
yeah.
off. But I'm just saying, like, even if we were to make the celebrity status right, we will have to be in that cult like thing. Like everybody that's at the Grammys, I'm pretty sure they're doing the cult rituals.
Well, they are, and this is another example of it. What's going on with Kanye and that? You know what I mean? Everything you're seeing with Willow Smith and Jaden and that, it's all symbolic. It just needs to be decoded for what it is. They're throwing it in our face now. We haven't got no time to even decode that because now the NFL's coming up. That's all ritually, satanically linked to all sorts of stuff. Before the event, after the event, and during the event. It's everywhere. This shit is everywhere. So, you know what I mean? For
It's
people
like,
to just
when they
out
gonna
there,
stop it?
huh?
I said that's what I'm saying. It's the government and stuff. I said, when are they gonna stop it? It's not about where we're gonna find the kids. It's about them releasing the children.
Well, I mean, you can say government, but then government, you know what I'm saying? You got the clergy, you know what I'm saying? Which is, before the separation of church and state, it was more clergy. You had Christian and, and spiritual things going on in life. You know what I mean? Now that's all been perverted, but I mean, it ain't like it wasn't already perverted. And you know what I mean? The ulterior motives weren't already there, like the Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and even the Christian Church and a lot of religions are behind this stuff.
Yeah, they are. That
You
Pope,
know,
wherever the Pope is, he's in it real bad. They drink blood at the Queen England place. They all at. They were in
right,
it.
right. Now
Evil old ass lady.
you mentioned before this event, a big event the Pope did. You mentioned you kept seeing a number 5. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, he opened 5 portals.
he
Came
Uh,
out a
did.
big announcement that the Pope's opening 5 portals. One of them was a prison in Rome or something, old prison or something. You know what I'm saying? Like some old dungeons. Dude
yeah.
sounds like he's letting out some old demons and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not letting out no
It's
angels. You can't let out no angels
so the
from
public
no.
thing. Hi, Earl. The public thing they're saying is that it's something that they do on certain events. This is what they tell you, but reality is these things are done ritualizing whatever they're trying to invoke. And that's usually an entrance to entities they worship, which is on the back end. So we're seeing the public side thinking it's okay, even though a lot of us know it's not. And I'm sorry if I sound hoarse because I'm just getting over the flu.
Oh, get better. Trinity? Is that Trinity?
Yeah, yeah, it's me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to be able to come on and kind of like gas off a little because,
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'm happy to help you with whatever, even if we don't talk about anything. It's good to have people that actually have discernment and understand the big picture and the tight stuff. The tight stuff is the stuff we don't want to miss either. So like, I talk about it a lot. But when I hear you speak, I already get intuitive hits that
yeah.
there's stuff going on in you from when you were a child, that's for sure. But that's easy to say, but there's more to it. And it's like you have like these memory bleeds and it's messing you up a little bit, you said, because those memory bleeds only get triggered in certain instances. So you're gonna have to prepare for what they call an overflow.
Right.
You will get them where they're back to back, and then it may be too overwhelming. You're gonna have to take a break, and then you're gonna have to dig through those to make sure they weren't implanted in you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of took a break. Then I left the country, went to Germany, thought I was going to get married, and then break the whole cycle of everything. You know what I'm saying? That was worse. That was the worst.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
but yeah,
Worst
of
thing,
course.
I wound up on my own in an apartment over there because I couldn't handle the relationship anymore. This is
Yeah,
what
but those things.
yeah, this is what I'm looking deep into narcissistic behavior and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And really getting
Yeah,
into
those
the
things. Those things will trigger a memory because of the certain narcissist psychopath behavior or sociopath behavior
wow,
is something
wow.
embedded in you from memory, and
That
it gets triggered
yeah, because
in
that's
the.
kind of what.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry,
I'm sorry. No, you go. I'm sorry. I'll
that's
listen.
kind of what happened when I was out there. You know what I'm saying? All these triggers started coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I went on a mad rampage on the internet, looking up and researching and stuff. I
Yes,
found
you.
out.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
found out.
I
I kind
already
of
see
found
it.
out where I went. I ended up once. You know what I'm saying? It's like uh, it didn't. It took me to that time to be in a traumatic situation for that to trigger off. So you're kind of right there. You know what I mean?
I'm getting intuitive hits about you right now. It's making me take some deep breaths. So whatever it is you're starting to remember is probably heavy. And when I say take breaks, I don't mean like moving cross country. I mean literally when you start to feel these memories go back to back in your mind, take a deep breath in
Yeah.
so that you can so you can process it without getting triggered and then going into a loop is what they're called. They're memory
Yeah.
loops. You'd have to be able to make it out to the other end on the other side, if that makes sense.
Well, actually, I'm trying to remember more. I'm
No,
trying to
I
remember
know,
more.
but you can get stuck there, and that
Yeah.
can trigger a response. So, like, I'm not saying an altered personality. I'm saying you may have even created some, but you can get looped into a space where you're going to be stuck. And then, yes, you should remember more that you're talking about it. So the more you talk about it, the more you'll remember.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
mind never takes breaks, Earl. The mind never takes breaks.
Oh,
Okay.
mine never takes breaks. Never.
Yeah. Even when you sleep, you don't ever sleep.
Yeah. I mean, uh, I'm 24 hours on it. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
even wonder where my day goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
so
you were in New York before you went to London, or are you in London now?
I'm back in London. Yeah, I've been back
Yeah, you're back
for
in London.
3 years. But I went to Germany just to break the cycle of everything. And I mean, because I thought, if it keeps going, I mean, it's bad enough being growing up in childcare and then
Yes.
have to just survive without having to have time to take a break and make sense of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Until like family members started reuniting again. So I'm saying half my family in the States, which is
I
probably why
see.
I gravitate to you guys more than English people because my family are out there. You know, that's mainly on my mother's side, and that's the problem because I wasn't raised by my mother. She disappeared like during the Windrush period in the UK because she wasn't married to my father, so they deported her. But then she died a year later in an institution. You know, but I wasn't told none of this until my mid-30s. Didn't know none of this until my mid-30s. So what I mean? I'm playing catch up all the time. I still keep playing catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
And
are you
they lied to me in the care institution about who I was and what my name was and all that lot.
okay? I was just about to
And
ask you.
yeah, and I did wind up in some curious places because, like, really and truly now, what I mean, in this institution, which was sponsored by the Royals or the royal family,
Oof.
we should see them regularly at the complex, like, and this complex is just like isolated. Nobody could come in. You couldn't really go out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to the store to buy some sweets or something. You know what I mean? But then you have to be back at a certain time. There was a big bell in the complex, so you knew what time it was. You couldn't be late. You know what I mean? Everybody went back to their respective places. But it was under one banner, a childcare institution, and that was sponsored by the Royals. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I better not
Mm-hmm.
say their name right now. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. Don't say
you know, if
anything. I
if
already
I if
picked
I had the
up.
power, if I had the power, I'd sue them. You know what I'm saying? Because they withheld a lot of information and kind of just messed all our lives up. There was 6 children. My mother had 6 children, and none of that I really knew about it until I was in my mid-30s. I didn't know because they just hid all that information from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I
I
said, I
see.
wound up with some curious places with celebrities as well. But
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's
So
the brief up and
I was
down of it.
Yeah,
So,
I was going to ask you while you were talking. I started to get this tightness in my chest, and I saw these. I started to see. I'm just going to speak openly here. Okay, it's time for psychic trinity at this point. Uh, I can see. Did you ever get taken under where you were at the time? These places that you were talking about. Did you ever wake up somewhere you didn't remember being at before?
yeah.
Okay, and getting a headache from this, like.
Well, Trinity, you steady, man. I ain't trying to make you. You know what I mean?
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's somebody's pushing me back from seeing. Just give me a minute. We're just gonna put it out here, Earl. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do my thing. If you want me to help you, I have to see. And it's not you. To be clear, powers that be don't want you to see, right?
I think I'm seeing too much.
Yeah. Well, I'm only seeing what you want me to see. So let me get in, and then if that's okay, if you give me permission, then I can help guide you through it.
I'm here, you know what I mean? It's just
All
putting
right,
into
let's
words
go. Let's
without,
go. Okay, you give me the okay
you
then.
know.
I'm good. How
But
old were
yeah,
you? How old were you when you first remembered something like that weird?
dang,
Meaning,
man, I was already like over the hill, man. In my 50s.
no, no, not now. When? Then?
Or when what remembering?
What? Yeah, like the part where I see you going under this place. I don't know why I keep seeing you going under a place.
Oh, there. I was definitely going under. Definitely going.
Okay,
I must have been around about 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that.
yeah, 5 or 6, very young, right? So there's this place in part of England that I've been to in the Midlands, right? It's a pub. You can go under it. They found this underground tunnel that goes all the way to a castle where they held Mary Queen of Scots in the Midlands.
Wow.
So I bet you all throughout England they have these underground networks. Okay,
Oh yeah.
well, I could tell you that one because I saw it for myself. Not I didn't go in, but I saw it when I was there.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting from you is that they were taking these children. You were one of those children, and there's more to your family line than you probably. I don't know if you haven't told me, but I'm guessing that you're probably finding out about your bloodline, or at least why you may have been taken.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one because it's an isolated incident.
They hid
That
you.
one.
They hid it from you for a reason. You weren't the only child here, so I'm assuming that there was a group of you guys. Do you ever remember taking like a test or something in any of your school programming, like uh, where you hear like an old school voice,
No,
anything like that?
they had in this complex. They had a specialist place where you went to get tested to see if you was physically capable of doing stuff. But other than that, I can't recall anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's like they were looking for the gifted, and somehow you passed that test.
Yeah, that's what I've had. That gifted. I think that's a lot of. That's why they probably saying Diddy didn't traffic me because gifted and talent, the gifted program is who got me first.
Okay, so this is what I'm picking up from not just you, Lamisha, but from Earl too. There is some pattern. You recognize patterns, right?
Yeah.
You're not the first people to tell me this. So I'm just laying out the patterns and I'm also seeing it for myself from your eyes. And Lamisha will tell you that when she let me in, I was seeing things that she knew about. She confirmed it.
Mm.
So whatever memories you're picking up now, are you able to sequence it a little bit in your mind?
Yeah, a little bit, but then there's a lot more. I'm sure there's a lot more, and it's like either I'm consciously blocking it out, or not looking in the right places. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
mean, you
Yeah.
know, I went back to the institution and got records, so that I've got time events. You know what I'm saying? And also, more importantly, my mother's letter that she sent to the institution before they deported her, and
Right.
that's kind of like a icon all around the house. I've just put copies of her letter everywhere around the house
Right.
because that's all I've got left of her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. It's
And
understandable.
um, I feel I've kind of developed a psychic link with her as well. You know, funny enough. But all that took place when I was over in Germany because all the documents moved me to Germany, and I've been bonded with this particular letter ever since. You know what I'm saying? It's been sort of like a guiding principle for me. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
nothing else makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else. I can't make logic of nothing else. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know,
well, some of these
why?
things can't be explained too. So in your mind right now, you have a lot to backtrack in your mind, and you probably pushed aside some of it to move on with your life, right? But if you go back into time, you have to become that child again in order to get to the truth. So
Yeah,
we're not gonna be able to do it here all tonight. It just won't work. It's
yeah,
just a lot to unpack because I'm feeling it physically. And that just means that it's going to unravel for you more. And that's why I told you to take breaks.
yeah,
But we can keep doing this for as long as you need and just keep talking about the things that maybe trigger more memories for you. But the reality that I'm really picking up here is that they were doing it not only in the churches, they were doing it in other places too. And it's all connected, as you know. The royal family, they're all cults, right?
yeah,
That's it. And they all worship
yeah.
these entities.
And you know what I'm saying about the BBC, because Google didn't know that we in the UK we it's mandatory to have TV licenses. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, yeah.
that's mainly been pushed out by the BBC. You know, the BBC were kind of like the main sponsors of the royal family. I
Also
say main sponsors,
very
but
connected
they,
to the three-letter agencies as well, though, or
yeah.
part of the intelligence communities. Like they're all connected.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, Skull and Bones. If you want to go that deep, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Two two
yeah,
three. You know what I'm saying. The 223. That's BBC.
yeah.
You know. So they're knee deep in that whole scandal. You know what I'm saying. And I often found myself in their custody. Those people, those celebrities, and people that run the TV channels. You know what I'm saying. Often
So,
wound. You know, I even wound up in a recording studio one time. You know what I'm saying? And they
yeah,
made us sing. We didn't get paid or nothing. We had to stand up there in a row, and some of the children I didn't see again after that. You know what I mean? And
okay,
I think I mentioned I spent a weekend with Black Sabbath as well. Mentioned that,
yeah. I remember you saying that.
and
What?
I can't count for
Wow.
3 nights. 3 nights I cannot account for. And
What?
I even freaked out on the way down to the farm. I freaked out. Got out of the van and freaked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew. I even, including myself, why I was freaking out on the way down there.
You've blocked it out. That's why, and it's okay.
Well, whatever those missing nights were, that's definitely been blocked out
Yeah. Okay.
because I can't account for any of those nights. Like
Hmm.
any of the daytimes, yeah, not the nights, because I was even in Ozzy's house searching for his old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I found an old cap. I took the cap home, and then the house carer's dog ripped the cap up, so I haven't got that cap no more. The only thing I've got as evidence of that had anything to do with Black Sabbath is a picture that one of the drummer drew. Well, I've got a picture of that. You know what I mean? Because he sent me that
Right.
for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? But the nights I can't account for, and there was three of us boys there as well. You know what I'm saying? I cannot account for anything that happened at any of the nights.
I
And it
just
turns
keep
out now,
seeing
further
candles.
research.
There's like candles around you.
Yeah, I mean, we was doing all kinds of stuff, burning bits of plastic and making candles out of them. Funny enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you. There was like I see candles and I see like this like pieces of paper everywhere.
Well, that there was an occasion that night was doing that was like because we was just unruly. We were smoking. We was just chilling out, like, and we didn't even know who Black Sabbath was. That's that's the other thing, you know what I mean? But it turns out, I mean, you know, Ozzy and the Bat Head and all that crap. I mean, it turns out they're the most satanic rock group in the country. And further research I've done is that I had lots of like freak offs and orgies down there at that same place. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Yeah.
that's another mystery as well. I don't mind sort of coming off with that. I'll even put it in a blog on a web page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These strange encounters I've had with celebrities while I was in childcare. You know what I mean? Um, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's maybe another blockage there. Who knows? There could be because I can't account for some of those nights. That night we was burning candles or burning plastic or doing something we was doing. That's probably the only night I can account for. But I think that might have been the first evening. Yeah. Other than that, I can't remember anything after that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I get you.
So, but it just goes to show you that, you know what I mean. If your parents haven't got custody of you, you can end up in the weirdest of places. You just don't know. And the other account is too deep to even go into. I can't even go into that. You know what I'm saying? We asked me if I was woke up somewhere else because it was a classic case, coloring book. Me coloring a book. I can remember the bucket, the spade, the sand, the boats in the distance with the sails and everything. But it wasn't my room until I was taken out of there, and I can remember being taken down somewhere.
Yeah.
But this thing was not human. It looked like I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying, for real, it
This,
wasn't. It wasn't anything you'd known. I could even describe it, whatever it was. I mean, obviously female. It had a lampshade shade type looking hat on with a net over it. You know, them old fashioned kind of like I don't know,
yeah, yeah, like,
mesh kind of mesh kind
oh,
of did things over, so you couldn't see the face.
okay, yes.
This thing picked me up out of the bed and took me down somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Like after that, I don't know. I don't know what happened after that. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So this, the mind control and all that lot, it's not a joke. People are not making, I don't know if you've heard of Kathy O'Brien.
Yes, I have, yes.
I mean, that's why I'm saying. I mean, to just trash Misha's testimonies is ridiculous without doing the research. Danny doesn't do the research. It's research. It's stuff she can't handle. This is why she trashed it all. You know what I'm saying? So people
Yeah,
can wind up in the weirdest of places because and I'm studying MK Ultra. The Tavistock Institute is just around the corner from me. This is where the bombs went off on the 7th of July in 2005. It's your 777. That's the Crowley number. You find the music business is mainly Crowley based, Alistair Crowley based. Cult of Falima.
yeah.
You know, it's all going on.
Heavily influenced
The
by that.
Grammys,
And Jay-Z as well is heavily influenced by Crowley.
yeah. I mean, they all are.
Uh,
It's uniform across the board, and which is why I haven't signed no contracts or deals or anything like that, which I could have
right,
done.
right.
I could have done that, but
I feel like you're gonna uncover a lot more, but these things are buried very deeply in your psyche. It's not even letting me see. I'm getting to see bits and pieces, but part of it is you having to say to your mind that you're ready to open up more. And once you do that, you're gonna be able to see where you went. You're gonna be able to see how you got there, and it's not gonna be good, but you're going to remember it. Do you understand what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean, that's all well and good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got children now, but
Yeah,
I'm seeing a similar cycle going on. You know what I'm saying? Of neglect because that's come up in my life again because I was neglected. I feel,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know,
mm,
um, and that cycle's repeating itself again. You know what I mean?
yes, I
And
understand.
I feel like I'm wanting to get away again. So, I
Yeah.
want to get out of the country again, all over again. You know what I mean? Just want to get out of here.
Break the cycle of not running away this time.
Yeah, what I tried the first time. You know
Face
what I'm
it.
saying?
Face it. As painful as it might be, you have to face it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because now, there's a brother. I've lost a brother.
I know. It's very understandable why you feel this way.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, he's missing, but
He hasn't been found.
no, he hasn't been found. No, and he's recently lost his son in New York. He was based in New York, my brother, and then because it was four of us born here, and then they wound up in the States. The rest of them, that's another sister and another brother.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
And then now he's been missing now since being deported to this country, and his son's just died. He doesn't know, and that's another big mystery going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I pick up that that is more so. Once you find out more about your family, then you're gonna see why maybe some of these things are happening.
Yeah. By the way, that's his son in that picture icon there.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about this. It's
My
terrible.
nephew. Yeah, yeah. So you know, so that's why I mean it's therapeutic for me to come and talk and just sort of
Good,
hear my perspective
good.
as well,
Yeah, of course. You're
and,
welcome to.
as to where I'm at, with the whole game.
Yeah.
It's 'cause it's best to have an open eye as to what's going on
You
around you.
you you have a lot of discernment for the things that most people don't, because most people think that if it's too out there, then it can't be possibly true. And
Exactly.
this has been happening for way too long, and people need to just wake the fuck up. Bad shit happens.
I mean, I'm glad from that point of view that I haven't been conditioned in any way because I
Yeah,
wasn't really,
yeah.
you know what I mean. I wasn't really raised. I've had to grow the hard way and learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But with that has come wisdom. Like with me, I can hear nothing but wisdom.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you connect it directly to her story because it holds resonance. That means something your soul resonates to. Your experience is slightly
Yeah.
resonant
But even as
frequency.
what she said to her child just a little while ago, I mean, it was just very important. If
Mm,
you don't change your perceptions and the way you perceive it and the way you adapt to certain things,
yeah,
tragic or otherwise,
yeah,
um, and change your mindset, you'll never change. You know what I'm saying? Nothing will improve. You know what I mean? And for
correct.
someone as young as me to come out with that, like, you know what I'm saying? That tells me she's been through a lot.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm now twice her age, so you know what I'm saying? It's like it tells me she's been through a lot to hear all that wisdom coming out of her. Yeah,
Hmm.
man. You're only 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? My oldest daughter's that age. And there's that much wisdom coming out of me. It tells me where she's coming from. And I can just 100% relate to what she's saying. And I
Hmm.
kind of like, I'm getting sick of Danny just trashing her for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Because
yeah,
you
I
can't
get that.
handle the real stuff, the real meat and potatoes, which is the worst stuff. The satanic
Yeah,
abuse,
yeah,
especially the ritual satanic abuse. I mean, you know what I mean? We're not playing with that. Misha's not coming out of her face with all that garbage for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And this is what
yeah,
people that saying that Misha's capping don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I get you. I get why they think that, but it doesn't mean that it's right. And what I'm trying to say is that most people don't have any idea that it's so much easier for them to call you a liar. So much easier.
Yeah.
And to make fun of you and do all this, that's hiding. That's hiding from themselves. So the less we focus on them is better, because that's what they want us to do. It's be like, oh, they're talking about me again. Let's. The way I think is, fuck them. Fuck all their bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, just watching a channel the other day and it's just using about half an hour of Misha's content and just trashing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? I'm
you can't make people change.
picking up the good stuff just when Misha's taking the rise out of Jaguar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Old slick Jag. You know what I'm saying? But it's ridiculous. It's like I can't even subscribe to that no more. I can't even watch it
yeah,
anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah. I understand.
Because it's too much
It could be
pain,
hurtful. Hmm. Pain.
trauma. People are having bad memories, flashbacks. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you play with. You know?
No, you don't. And that's what's hurting most of you guys for hearing it. And you've got to train your mind to stop that too. And you do it step by step. It's not something that happens overnight. Because the more people do that, you're going to like, it's going to be like a struggle, kind of a tug of war in the mind,
I mean, Trinity, where's your wisdom coming from, man?
from the soul.
Yeah, but
No,
you've learned a lot as well. You've had to learn a
yeah,
lot as well.
but
It sounds like.
I've learned by helping. I learned by helping.
Yeah, but I mean,
For
you can't
for
help
not
others unless you help yourself, can you? First, that's
Yeah,
the first.
yeah, I'm helping myself by experiencing. I don't have a similar story. Like I don't have the elite story or anything, but I've helped many who have. Lamisha will tell you how I met her. And my story is not as crazy, and I'll tell it one day, but not yet because it would make me, let's just say, a target, not in a regular sense. The stuff I just did online should not be done. Let's just say
Yeah, but that's just to say that your wisdom comes from somewhere. You know what I mean? I mean,
it's coming from the
it.
higher.
Yeah, but I'll
I
say you'd
tap
have to go
I
through.
tap in. I tap into the information fields.
You got to go through a lot of wars and traumas and all that sort of. I mean,
I went through one trauma when I was a kid. I was in a third world country, and
sometimes it only takes one trauma. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I did. I
You
forgot.
know,
I did when I was. I had to move country when I was a child, and before I moved country, I remember being bombed, and not me, but I had to run away from a bombing I lost from my family.
wow,
I ended up hiding in a home with friends of the family who was in the military. So that was
that's
something very
deep.
traumatic for me. But I never really thought of that way. I think I'm just built for these types of conversations. I've always have been since I was young.
I mean, that's enough going on there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you obviously witnessed death as well, right?
Um,
In that sense,
if I did, I don't
or
remember it.
loss, or whatever, or whatever. I mean, that's going on.
I witnessed loss, of course. I had my own loss in my own family, of course. I lost my daughter. I've lost a niece.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I do have death in my family, close to me, sure. But if you ask where my wisdom comes from, it's from everything,
Yeah.
mostly deep inside, from within.
I mean, I say that because Misha is laying it bare. I mean, you see that wisdom is coming from all that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a shame you got to go through bundles of shit in order to get wise. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
yeah.
But I mean,
Experience teaches us.
yeah, and I'll say that. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't think if I'd had everything, parents, a good upbringing, a college degree, a whip, a house. You know what I'm saying? I don't think those values that I sort of appreciate now would even be there. You know what I mean? I'll be totally materialistic, not giving a F, just doing whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess
Um,
the biggest trauma is the fact that more than 1 million people died from my country.
wow. Which
From
country? Is it?
Cambodian genocide.
Wow. Oh, come on, man. That is deep. Okay.
Yeah,
That's some deep shit. You know what I'm saying?
lost family there too, and some of them died of starvation.
I mean,
My
I didn't want
mom.
to trigger it, but it's,
Yeah,
it's
no,
it's
it's
just
okay.
your wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
It's that
okay.
it's that purity of thought. You get to a stage where you can't. You do recognize it's a cycle, and you can't be inducing it within yourself and having it go around. Let's make sense of it. Let's build off of it. Let's climb off of
Yeah,
that and
yeah,
project that. You know what I mean?
yes. So
So
like generational curses that Lamisha talks about, everybody has
yeah,
them in the family.
yeah,
It all has to do with the fact that our mind teaches us to do certain things in a loop, and we need to break those cycles, break those
yeah.
curses.
That's what Mish said. That's
Yes,
exactly what Mish said.
that's what she said, and that's what it is
Yeah,
directly.
yeah.
So it's how we think, how we evolve, and how open and honest we are about it.
I mean, I can tell you where I am at. I am at, and that's a good place. But
Very good. Yeah, I can sense that.
you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because when you love yourself,
You have to.
you get to the point where it's like nobody's ever going to be that source for you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
everything's subjective anyway. People that say, if you're telling someone you love someone, you're loving yourself. You're telling them you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
if that person's not in your life anymore, and you you've lost that love, then you didn't love yourself.
Correct. That's
You gave it.
exactly it.
You
Hmm.
gave that energy. It's like trust. You know,
Yes.
it took me a long time to realize you don't trust anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You trust yourself. That's where the trust comes from. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You don't take that and give it to someone else
That's
because
right.
they can do anything they want with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Kick it around, do what they like with it. That trust is in so when if someone says they do you trust me, if it or can I trust you? I said, well, I trust myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm the kind of
Perf-
person. If you leave a rat, £1,000 on the table, it ain't mine unless I put it there. I don't care if
yeah.
the room's empty and there ain't nobody else there,
Mm.
because you know the sun, moon, and stars know I took it. If I ain't gonna say I took it, you know what I'm saying? That's like being accountable, really. So you're accountable for what you feel, think, conceive, perceive,
Mm.
all that stuff. So this is what I've learned, and I'm
Yeah.
still learning.
Yes. And consistently, you do have to love yourself. And a lot of times, we don't grow up understanding that all the time. So the more you love yourself, then you'll understand how to give it to someone.
Yeah,
Not them give it to you, they have to give it to themselves. So it's a
yeah.
similar thing. What you're saying is exactly that. Very well said. And your wisdom is there too. And it must be shared.
I mean, when I was in Germany, I was in a narcissistic relationship. I had to find out who the narcissist was. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When I was satisfied it wasn't me, uh, the way I concluded that relationship is by saying, well, look, I'm not responsible for your happiness. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
It's not me that's supposed to make you happy. You know what I mean? I've come here to make you happy, but then I found out it's not me. It's not my responsibility to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Or
Correct.
for you,
Yeah.
or for you to put any trust in me. It was all based on, oh, you're doing this behind my back, and you're doing this, and you're doing that, and you're doing this, and constantly accusations. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And and I'm saying, well, that's just coming from your perspective. You're not trusting yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You're not trusting me. You ain't trusting yourself. That's what it is. But it
Hmm.
took me a long time to learn that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop trying to be loyal and pander to that person's insecurities. For instance, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not your responsibility and your lookout. You know what I mean? I should be able to talk to my neighbor who's a female without you coming down and tearing her to pieces, which what happened on one occasion.
Mm.
But
Mm.
what I used to live with you, you know what I'm saying? Why am I living somewhere else, adjacent to you somewhere else? Because we couldn't get on with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I can't talk to any neighbors. It's like, and then I eventually left the country, you know what I'm saying? But that's what
Right.
I'm learning. Like you said, you can't just run away from your troubles, you know what I'm saying? You just run into another, the grass is always greener over there.
Mm.
So I've come back here and learned exactly what you said, you know what I'm saying? This time, face all that rather than run away somewhere, like, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. It does get better sometimes when you lose things because you've moved over to the other side of it. Like you're evolving consistently, and if you're evolving consistently, then things work out better for you, and your mind is clear. You have to find peace in yourself, not outside of you. And when we are looking at someone, when we're healed ourselves, and we look at someone who we're talking to is not healed, we project the mirror. So we're
Yeah,
the mirror, and so whatever they do to you, it's not really you that they're doing it to, even though they
yeah,
are doing it to you. It's they're
yeah,
doing it to themselves once
yeah,
more.
yeah.
It's reflecting exactly what they're unwilling to heal. So they continue to bleed all over the floor, everywhere, on everybody, and they don't care. That's the
But I mean,
problem.
you can put that into a whole macrocosmic model and say, well, look, this is what we got now with
Yeah,
government, the entertainment industry,
that's what I've
news
been trying to
media.
say. Yeah, I've been trying to say it's the big picture,
You know
and
what I
then the
mean?
tight picture, the macro, micro, whatever you want, however you want to see it.
we're
We all,
we're being forced with all their insecurities and all their
yep,
delusions, like delusions of grandeur. how they
Yeah.
see themselves, and all the rest of it, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a good look at the Grammys will tell you, look, we're off the chain. It's like, come on, man. Like, where are we trying to go now?
It's a bit delusional when I look at it now. I'm like, you guys are delusional. You think
I mean,
anybody
look at
cares about your
what happened.
shit?
What happened to Kanye in that clinic? Man? What did they do to him?
Yeah, you know what happened to his ass.
What did they do to him? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, the first when he came out of the elevator at Trump Tower, this is when we thought, okay, they've got him.
Hmm.
They've got him. They've got him fully MK Ultra up. You know what I'm saying? The blonde hair is another feature of MK Ultra. You'll find. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Remember he came out Trump elevator with blonde hair.
Hmm.
Now we got blonde hair. You know, he's the head of. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I know what you're
commander
saying.
chief. Um, the MK Ultra program is rife, mate. It's everywhere.
But what do you make of the pearl necklace? You seen it all over Hollywood yet?
No, I haven't. No.
If you look at the Haitian, not Haitian, the tattoo on Diddy's back, there's a nice little pearl necklace around the child.
Oh gosh,
Just look at it.
what did you get from that then?
I think it's some occult, whatever their beliefs are. I'm not going to sit there and assume what their beliefs are, but they have very fucked up beliefs. So I'm assuming that it's some sort of ritualized symbolism.
I
And
mean,
you know,
there's
what the pearl necklace is in other. I guess if you look at it in slang, it could be perverted.
yeah.
So
That was my first thought. Actually, I'm
you
sorry to say. You know what I mean?
think I didn't think about it too? I did. I just didn't want to say it.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
get you. I get you, dude. I just wasn't going to say it first.
Right. But yeah, I mean, wasn't Madge Simpson wearing a pearl necklace as well? And then what's
uh,
his name? Kamala wound up wearing the same thing.
yeah, something similar outfit. We all know what this is. Predictive programming.
Have you heard of the Nawapian cult? They use necklaces and beads, don't they? I mean, some religions use beads, don't
Yes.
they?
Yeah.
So,
There's some
I
sort of occult origin point. It just needs to be investigated a little bit more to get clarity. But
good.
I pick up that it's all connected because you'll see it all over Hollywood on the men, on the boys.
Wow,
Okay. So there's
wow.
some connection there. And that tattoo on his back, there's clearly it's a voodoo tattoo of
I mean,
one of their saints. I don't recall exact name for it, but there is a pearl necklace around the child. So
wow.
excuse me, forgive me for not knowing exactly what I'm talking about here, but I have looked at it.
Are you looking deep into that or what?
I'm going to, yes, I'm going to. I'll let you know what I find.
Yeah, because I mean, they're just throwing so much weird stuff at us. It's just crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I mean,
But don't no people don't dismiss things that you think are a little bit off because something a little bit off is usually like very obvious right there.
well, I
And
think I think it's more in your face now
well,
than
that's
ever
what I meant to
before.
say. That's what I really meant to say. But most people look. I'm talking about people looking in and not understanding the occult. Like, don't brush it off because it's too weird. It's usually right in your face. That's what I
I
meant to
mean,
say. Like you said.
Trini, I know what you're saying, but I mean, they're coming at us so fast with the symbolisms and stuff. You got barely to decode one thing before the next thing. Like I said, now it's the NFL. The Chiefs are
Uh
at six
huh.
six six, and the who's the other team are at six six
Uh
five. The other
yeah.
team
I
might win 666, making it 666 both sides. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're throwing
So
one side up after another. Yeah, it's like you got
yeah,
no time.
there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and it's all to do with whatever is going on in the background. So what's happening in the ether is what's happening now. Okay, so
Basically, yeah.
there's a big, there's been serious warfare. Whew, I'm telling y'all, it's terrible. But we are making some spiritual headway. It's just that they're still in control. They're losing a lot of their control, but they're
Yeah,
still in fucking control.
yeah. This is it. This is where AI comes in.
Yes. But see, and people need to understand that AI is not new. It has been
No, it's
going
not.
on. It's been going on for even longer. It's basically something. I hate to sound crazy, but it's. I believe that everything about it has happened somewhere else. Maybe not even on this fucking planet.
Well, I mean, that's another story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
another
saying?
story. It's another
But
story.
AI factors into the mind control program perfectly, or the MK Ultra ethos factors into the AI perfectly.
Yes, it does. But you
It's
know a lot
hands
about
off, isn't
MK
it? It's like,
Ultra.
huh?
But you already know a lot about MK Ultra, so there's like a lot of stuff they're not taught. They need to actually expose it, but they're avoiding it. It's going to take people that been under it severely, like Lamisha, to even like make it mainstream enough, for people to pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, how long is it going to be before the whole Neuralink system's bought in?
Mm,
Then you won't be able to think for yourself anymore.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? We're
yeah.
getting to those stages now. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, let's stop trying to indoctrinate and let people have a sort of free mindset. But then, you know, COVID comes up, and then we're not free anymore. And that's just the start of things. You know what I'm saying? Now we're moving on to more sophisticated methods of control. Now let's control what people think.
Mm,
You
it's
know, and if we
true.
don't sort of step up to the plate now, I I can't see much hope for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
On
sometimes it could
on
feel hopeless for
on
others.
on the plus side, we're developing, we're evolving. Well, I say evolving. Um, you
Yeah,
know, uh, I mean, the age of Aquarius. It's supposed to be an advancement of humanity, but the perverse side of that is to sort of robotize everything and just automate everything, and everything just be cold and lifeless and not have any romance anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
mm,
everything's
hmm
just digital, just like music. I'm still making music acoustically. I can't just make digital music. You know what I'm saying? It's too cold.
That's
You know,
brilliant. I love music.
cut, cutting and pasting and that. You know what I'm saying? Repeating bars and just cutting and pasting. That's all you do
Hmm
now. When you come up with a hit music track, you just cutting and pasting tracks. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell can come up with an album in a minute on a computer. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? What happened to real instrumentation, putting that soul and feel back into things? You know what I'm saying? But we're getting to the point that AI is going to take all that off you as well.
Well, you're my age, Earl, so I know about music being original without digital help as much.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, Fafane is saying, oh, I missed. Can somebody put up the name of the saint? I didn't see the name yet. Uh, how do you pronounce it? Erzuli Dantur. Thank you for that. It's the thing I was talking about earlier.
all right. I'm not looking at the
Anyway,
chat right now.
yeah, I was just looking at it real quick. I wanted to address that, and they were talking about Kanye West. Now, did you ever hear about Kanye West sexually assaulting women with Diddy, or at least one woman?
There was a story that came out a little while ago, yeah, but then I got suspicions when I done a remix of his.
I was suspicious after hearing that story, but I was kind of always a little suspicious. Like he talks a good game, like he could be part of the truth telling community, but at the same time, you always get the heebie-jeebies around his ass. And shit, energy doesn't lie. Some vibes don't lie like that. You can sense when someone's a little bit off, right? I can't assume this though, but you know what he's been through.
Well, in 2008, I did a remix in a remix competition, and I was so proud to be working with like Kanye West, not working with him directly, just using their vocals. because we was
Mm-hmm.
given permission. You know what I'm saying? I've done pretty well in the
Yes.
competition as well.
Also.
Uh, I did a couple of remixes, and then I listened back to the lyrics afterwards. You know, when you sort of get off that kind of like uh, novelty phase where, oh, I'm working with a celebrity. He wasn't even big that time, 2008. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, and the lyrics, I actually put a few bars along with him. You know what I mean? But the lyrics, when I listened back to the lyrics, I thought, what the fuck have I just done? I've just endorsed everything he said. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's known for, he's known for running his mouth. I can't be responsible for what comes out. And he's saying these bitches and that, really disrespecting women, talking about strange clothes, wear tight jeans and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm listening to these lyrics now. I'm thinking this dude's off the chain. And then that was 2008. Now look at him now.
Yeah. So I
You
know
know what I mean?
lyrics. I know lyrics for people that write lyrics. They have very deep symbolism in them too. So there's a lot of that going on in lyrics we read in songs and music. There's a lot of stuff behind it as well. So you're probably picking up that shit.
I mean,
Where
I actually I actually sort of resampled it and put a track up
Oh,
going
I
at
want
the
to hear.
whole
I'll check out
thing.
your
You know,
channel. I just for some reason I thought I'd already followed you, but I'm going to look at all your
I,
stuff.
I, I threw it all in. I threw in a
Awesome.
Marina Abramovich. I threw them all
Oh
into that
yeah.
track.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
What's it?
I threw them
Marina?
all into it because,
Yeah.
yeah, because the mind control is just it's the perversity is just off the chain. You know what they're
Yeah.
doing. You know what I mean? They can't wait to come out. They'd like to really come out and bear all, but they can't. They got to give you these sick little bits of symbolisms everywhere to just desensitize your brain until the big one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
that's why
that
you get what
connects
you
it.
see at the Grammys and the rest of it. You know what I mean?
It connects to their intent, or it connects to
Yeah,
it connects to them, their intent, but also the fact that they have to tell you what they're going to do because they have a warped sense of
exactly,
fucking karma.
exactly, exactly. It's like a rule of engagement, isn't it? To sort of
Mm-hmm.
tell you what they're going to do before they do it.
Yeah.
Which comes in predictive programming. The Simpsons are
Yeah.
famous for it, and the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All
You
connected.
know,
All
they do
connected.
tell you. I mean, they can be blatant like they did over here. They ran a drill before they set the bombs off.
Yeah.
I say
Oh yeah.
they, the so-called terrorists. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So-called. I mean, look at 9/11. You know, nine intact passports are found. How are you going to find 19 intact terrorist passports in a bunch of rubble? How are you going to do that?
Oh, I remember that day very clearly.
You know, you know, Trump wants us to think that Elon Musk can land rockets back on their bases. This is what they're trying to think. That, they're trying to get us to accept that.
Yeah.
Trump even wants us to accept that he wasn't even on Epstein Island along with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, he was, but we just got to accept that he's president now. But we just got to accept that. I mean, he was there, and it's something a thing of the
Something
past. We don't
we
think
don't
about it
know.
anymore.
Yeah. It's like we have to go by what we're given at the moment. It's like being in the now, in the present moment, is the only way for us to proceed.
Yeah, but I mean, it just goes to show you what paradigm they're on, and where ordinary people are at. Ordinary people are lost. It's like, well, wasn't it that way, and now it's this way? It's all you know, smoke and mirrors, isn't it? It's like, if you're in that paradigm, you chose to be out that paradigm, like I do, but she chose to observe it from the outside. Then it's a very weird place. You're like, what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be a part of that. But most people don't know what they're endorsing or subscribing to or trying to be a part of. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
It all goes
And
back to the show that we're being presented with. So like everything is like concocted and manipulated. So it's like they're just trying to entrap your mind into a loop. And then they take your loosh, they harvest and harness your power by sucking in your loosh. Like, so we're over here focusing on the bad shit, I'm not talking about us in general, just
Yeah,
humanity, right? So we are perceiving the world through their lens, not our own, which is why everybody
exactly.
should go in so that they can see the truth.
And this
You
is where
know?
the cover-ups come in.
Yeah, correct.
So the ritual abuses, the abuse of minors and all the rest of it. This is what it covers. And entertainment is the best place to cover it up at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So far,
Yeah,
it's been the best place to cover up all those things. You know what I'm saying? Through entertainment, they give us that veneer that looks good and polished and nice, and yeah, but behind that is a bunch of savagery and debauchery that most people
totally.
couldn't handle to even know. And that brings us fully,
Hmm.
a 360 back to where we started.
Like a loop.
Yeah,
So we have to shift timelines a lot, and that's what they're trying to do to control them. But we, as creators, need to shift them in the direction we want. So we have to stop focusing on the bad stuff they're trying to get us to watch. Like once we're awake and aware, and the more of us who are awake and aware, we can push the right, the organic timelines. They're pushing inorganic consistently.
yeah, but I mean, this is what I'm saying, Trinity. When it comes to 360, coming back to because it's the next generation, children are the next generation.
Correct. So
If
they fuck up the family unit.
if that loop ain't broken, then the cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? Like Meech says, we'll have our mobile devices. The parents will or the single parents will be putting the children in front of the TV because there's no other time to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no time to be parents now. Now the state controls everything, and your entertainment media controls everything now.
mm-hmm,
So there's no time to raise children with values or anything like that. And then
yeah.
even in that, with the programming, those values have been taken away. So we'll always come around with how much we talk about it and sort of defragmentize everything. It's all come around to the next generation. It all come around to children. You know what I'm saying? Missing children, raising children, keeping children safe. It's always going to come down to that.
It's always been about the kids.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's no way we can even drift off topic. You know what I'm saying? Because it all
I
come
know,
back
right? It
to
always
the
goes
next
back.
generation, 10 years, another 10 years, it's another generation. From 2020 to 2030, that's going to be another generation. We're moving into Neuralink. Now, will we have a choice in anything? Are we going to be happy with nothing? You know what I mean? All that.
Yeah. Well, the prescription, we don't have to take it. We have to find a way to not take it. This is why we have so many rebels now.
Yeah. But
And
then,
I'm happy for. I'm here for that.
but cast your mind back to COVID when children had to wear masks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean,
That's the whole like cutting off people from your energy field and feeling a connection to each other. And they're no longer connected if they have to be 6 feet away from you.
yeah. You see, I mean, yeah, and that's what I saw when I was in Germany. They started taping up play parks where children couldn't play anymore and stuff like that. Um, they couldn't go into school, so home education came into it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's all going to be driven through AI, isn't it? Should we have another pandemic?
They're
Things going to
already
be more.
trying.
Things
They're
going
already
to be more in position, isn't it? Things going to be
yeah.
more controllable and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
you know, if we're not teaching children our values, like Mitch said earlier, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stick your devices in a corner, like turn the TV off and stuff like that, and have proper sort of
Time.
dialogues. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then it's
Time.
the whole uh, Neuralink thing will just be easily implemented. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
there's lots for us more to do as adults with children because once we're gone, they're gonna have to learn to fight. I always say the same
yeah,
thing. I had to
I
learn to fight.
mean, things are moving so fast, and children grow so quickly.
They do. Yes, they
It's
do.
like, man, they're not even giving us time. They're not even giving us time. You know what I mean?
Well,
Parents are working 9 to 5 or whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Single parents. You
yep.
know, there's no time now. A child's parent now is a mobile phone
Yeah, it can't be that way.
or a surrogate parent. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very easy to get into a place where you give a child more time alone with that than alone with your own child. A lot of parents are literally tired when they get home from work, their stresses, all these outside influences. And we're not like sitting down with them and giving them like time with each other or with us. Like we need to have more of that family connection and bond, or even just humanity being connected to each other. Let's take it out there for a minute. Like what we complain about sometimes, like the Dannies and the fucking Jaguars of the world. If they were just a little bit more less the way they were on some level, with a little bit, like if they were willing to talk right now instead of what they're doing, that would be more helpful. Do you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But it's not like that.
I mean,
Some
I've made the point to sell your soul on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that too,
You know, and that's the
though.
Danny Jags. That's what they're doing.
I have no hate in my heart for anyone, but if you touch a fucking child, I don't know. It can't be described with human words. I'll just say it like that. Because if you have a soul and you're hurting a child, you don't have a soul.
Yeah,
That's simple. You've
yeah.
lost you've lost it.
And that goes into a whole other territory about soulless beings. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not go there tonight. Because we could go on all night. And I think I want to give Lamisha back her platform because you and I could talk all for days and days about this stuff. And I really do appreciate you even coming on to talk about your story.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I mean, you know, what I mean, like I said, a lot of it I blogged about. You know what I'm saying? Me ending up with Black Sabbath for a weekend and
That
other
ain't and that
things.
ain't
You know what I'm
normal,
saying?
Earl. That ain't normal. You know it.
What
So
you know, I'm beginning to realize now it weren't because my father wasn't given any permission. He wasn't told.
man, why would
I
they
don't think
tell
any
him?
other the other boys' parents weren't told either. You know,
Yeah,
because we came from split families. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I don't think that it's not on record either. It's not on record.
yeah.
So that's weird, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got evidence for that as well.
Well, you hold on to that.
Oh, I mean, it's already on the blog. It's on the blog. I got a
Yeah,
picture
that's
of
what
it.
I mean. Just keep it safe. Yeah, and keep it public.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there already. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know, I mean,
I'm
I,
gonna
I mean,
upload that video I was talking about earlier. This video was given to me. There was a conversation between two people, and well, you'll find out. It speaks about it on all the stuff that Lamisha talks about, but more specifically to Arkansas.
have you?
Uh,
Are you on a? Have you got a YouTube channel?
you know what? I only started one because of Lamisha, but now I realize that I probably need to go ahead and put my stuff that I have on Telegram on there. I have a Telegram channel, and I'm probably on a government list, for all I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm not a terrorist or anything, but people like me get on a terrorist list because I talk about shit that's a little bit too scary for people.
Well, yeah. You know, I mean, you know, I'll sort of try to find ways around it. You know what I mean? But you know, I
I'm
spend
not
a lot of time
afraid.
studying. Huh?
Yeah, I'm okay with this, what I do. But I'll share it with you at some point.
Right.
But I will put the video on YouTube, and I'll let you know when it's up. It's very eye-opening for the people in Arkansas, and anybody who knows Arkansas knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, the Clintons. That's number one, right?
It goes even deeper in the realities of doctors, lawyers, people in medical professional, like just professionals itself, joining in on rituals, satanic rituals,
Wow.
uh, voodoo meetings, and they talk about the missing kids that go missing on certain Halloween days,
Yeah.
and they talk about taking children at a young age and then creating like birthing farms with them. He explains in detail. This is a private conversation.
Wow.
Okay, and it was given to the authorities, but they did nothing with it, so they gave it to me and another person, and then we put it out.
Wow.
um, yeah, there's a lot to be said once you hear it, so I'll let you know. My phone's about to die, Earl. It was a pleasure speaking to you. I don't want to cut
Yeah,
you
no,
off in mid-sentence or
thanks a lot.
anything. I appreciate
Thanks
your
a lot,
time,
bro.
and hopefully we can talk again.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Hey, Lamisha, thanks for inviting me on.
Yes, I love the conversation. I'm over here listening out and rolled my hair up while y'all was talking.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you think about all of this? I'm gonna let you chime in. You should.
I feel like all survivors should unite and stick together and everybody speak the truth. And I feel like people like Danny and King Payne, their life is a joke for them to take it, other people pain and torture as a joke. And
Yeah.
I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the atmosphere for God, so God may take away their channels. God may take away things out their life. I don't know what God's gonna do to them, but
Everything gets a
I
return.
everything, yeah, karma. They just
Mm-hmm.
need to about karma. Think about karma.
Based on their intentions, everything gets a return, and not just
Yeah,
theirs. All of our intentions.
I mean, I don't know what the procedures are in the states for using other people's material. You know what I mean? I mean, it's copyright breach. That's number one. You know what I mean?
So
It's
there you
against
go.
YouTube
there,
community
there
standards.
you
You know
go,
what I'm saying?
Earl. There's the return we're gonna get because that's the intention. you know, if you intend to steal, you gonna get something stolen or worse.
right.
I mean, look.
Anyway,
Let me just say this for a minute. Yeah, there's
yeah.
times that when she covered the Ali Carty stuff, and then Ali was in one of her altered states apparently, whether she's capping or not. She was in one of her altered states, and she said she liked knitting. That didn't interest Danny at all. So why don't you look into the psychological aspects of what she likes about knitting, and maybe you'll undo a few things. You know what I mean? Don't just brush off the fact that she likes knitting or crocheting or whatever it was when she was in the car doing that crocheting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You're not going to be interested in that. You're not going to be interested in the whole psychological makeup of the person trying to come across at you.
yeah.
And you just fob that off, and then you've gone into the nitty gritty bits. The bits that you want to put out for your content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to do research on someone, especially from a psychological perspective, and that person split up into different 3 or 4 different alters, you know what I mean? Then you need to be thorough, man. You can't just take one thing and leave the rest. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah,
complicated mind control is. You
yeah.
know, things can get compartmentalized. So yeah, I
Mm.
didn't want to drag on, but yeah.
No, but you're right because it's not only is it compartmentalized. It's like they're jumping, doing the hopscotch on information. It's like
Exactly.
they're building a brand instead
Yeah,
of the
because I think
truth.
all these videos are old. Are those new videos of Allie Carter? Like, are those new
A lot
videos?
of the videos
Are
are
these
old,
old
Lamisha.
recycled videos?
Yeah, a lot of them are old. And by the way, Allie and Shelly did post on their Telegram channel, so I think they're okay, as far as I know.
Well, I've been watching Tes Moses' channel, who's been covering Ali Carter, and then they go deep. They go
Brilliant,
geographic. Like,
brilliant
let's
channel for that stuff.
yeah, Tes Moses. You know, I've heard the person that run it is not really interested in talking to Lamisha, but it doesn't matter. You know what I
It
mean?
don't matter. Nothing
They're,
matter. Like
they're,
people are going to choose how they, deal with
yeah,
it. It's no
I mean,
offense to nobody, right? For real.
yeah, she's not rubbishing Meech's research or what Meech's saying. She's saying, well, because everybody's saying this and that, rather just leave that out and just
Yeah,
go book
focus on whatever you
cameras
want to
or
focus on. Yeah.
yeah, study these tunnels in LA and all the rest of it. They had a Google sort of search through it the other day, and it's help signs everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a map of
And it's
all
been on the
the
news
I
as
have a
well.
map of all the underground tunnels. I have a map somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot on the subject. It's not like they don't exist. They fucking exist and they exist in every country. So we're
Uh,
clear.
I don't know if you know Too Strong as well. Those two, they're a pair of clowns they are, man. Dang.
I don't watch any of those channels.
You watch Too Strong, Mish? She doesn't watch Too Strong.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Too Strong with Corey and the other guy.
Who's
You know what I
Corey?
mean?
Too Strong. He's talking about a channel called Too Strong. I
Yeah,
think
Too
I've
Strong. You know
heard
what I'm saying?
you guys talk about two guys ragging. I don't know. To me, they're just like another channel that does all the soap opera stuff, or tries to act like they know. Maybe that's what I'm
Yeah,
picking up.
yeah, they trying to act like they know, but that's, you know what I'm saying. Like unless you, like I said, unless you like you really fully research MK Ultra mind control, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's ran at least 3 world wars. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yep.
it's deep. You know what I'm saying? It runs TV networks and entertainment companies. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
runs.
everybody's under it.
Every
Yeah,
country's been under it. Every person's been under it on the
yeah.
planet.
Well, I mean,
So
you know,
let that
presidents are
sink
under
in.
it. You know what I mean? Presidents are under it.
Yeah, let
You
that
think,
sink in.
yeah, yeah. You think Donald
Anyways,
Trump's got his own mind? He ain't got his own mind. He hasn't.
I hope that
And
he
he's a
does
Gemini.
now. But I hope he does now. For the sake of this
Well,
country.
well, I always go back to what Dick Gregory said. He said there was two Trumps. He said the red time one of victory. You know what I mean? Not
I've
the
heard
blue
that
time.
too. I've heard that too. And one can say that there are clones, yes. By the way, you're right, Goku. I do remember now. Yeah, you talked about them being hypocrites. Yeah, I'm jumping off, guys. My phone's about to die. I don't want to cut anybody
Okay,
off.
Quinn.
But I'll speak to you guys
Nice one.
soon. Take care,
Well,
everybody.
link.
Good
You know what
night.
I'm saying?
One love. Bye bye.
Bye. And I thank you, Earl, for coming up, talking, chatting with me.
Yeah,
But the
thanks, Mitch.
MK Ultra is real. Like, and people like the black community, they don't understand it. They're stupid. Black, you're black, and you have MK Ultra. Like, they so simple minded, especially like Danny and them, and they under it real bad. They're under it real bad, and they are working for these lawyers for Jay Z to help stir it for Diddy. They are stirring the narrative. This was already in fruition of what they was gonna be doing.
Well, they haven't studied, have they? They haven't studied the whole. They haven't researched the whole thing, have they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can hear myself in the background.
Oh, that's my cause it's on my TV. Oh,
I mean, you know, what I'm saying it's that if, if if that ain't enough, the pain and the torture and all the rest of it. Yeah, there's stories from over here, mate. You wouldn't believe it, mate. And there's old research as well. You know, there's the place in London where they perform all these abuses.
yeah.
Exactly what you
They
said.
don't.
Exactly.
They just basing off your looks. Oh, she's fat. She has a gap. However they feel. Diddy. She is not Diddy type. Diddy has a type. Like, they don't know. They simple. They don't know. And I wonder what they getting out of this for staring a narrative. Because when it come out in the courts, when it come out true that I was there and I was a victim, then what? What, they gonna make apology videos? Like, what they gonna do? Like, they just gonna be nasty? I hope they lose followers when it come out for the truth. When everybody figure out what's going on. But I don't want to wish bad on nobody. But I don't respect what they doing, and I don't support their channels.
No, I mean, you know, I'm done with Danny. Now. I'm not even watching any of her videos anymore because she spent like I don't know half an hour running one of your videos with Gugu. Now she knows Gugu's name. She knows Divine's name. She knows whose voice is who. I'm like, yo, dude. I mean, get a life. You know what I'm saying, leave
Yeah,
people alone, man. Like you're doing too much, Danny. You're just doing way too much.
like, she doing too much, and she talking about, I didn't call CPS on Allen. I called like Allie Slow or something. She called CPS, like, for what you call CPS on special needs people. And she did call CPS on her. That's a grown woman, and she up here watching her old videos, calling CPS on her.
And she is gonna look stupid. You know, when it all comes out that some of the shit does go on. They've even admitted it. They've even admitted it. You know what I'm saying? In certain circles, especially in Hollywood. They've sneak put it out there that they're doing that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
You
put
know,
it in your face that they're doing it. But it's entities running the industry. You talked about the entity that grabbed you. I've seen something like that before too. That's a scary feeling.
man,
To
this thing was like,
explain that, that's why I say I can see the spirits over people because it be your ancestors. The entities make you think that it's your dead relatives, but it's really the fallen angels. It's
yo,
some
this
that look like
thing.
snakes, some that look like cat. Them ancient things that be on the wall. Them are the entities. Like people be having a jaguar, like a cat, a lizard. A lot of people are controlled by that lizard, that conniving, a snake. That's somebody that's like a murderer when they have that snake energy over them. But it's real life entities, beasts, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. But it's your guides, like not your God, like your guides, like your spirit guide. Because some people get guided by a evil spirit, and it's all. I think it's about your thoughts. Because when you are feeling like you're a good person, but your thoughts are negative, it's the trickster spirit that's trying to make your thoughts be negative. Because I was like, dang, I would have to catch myself because I gotta go to church and pray extra hard because I felt like being like Danny. Like I can get on here and be real nasty, and I could be nastier than Danny. But
Well,
I was like,
it's funny how she doesn't use your videos when you're in the church. Oh, you're
she
not
do,
interested in that. You're not interested in that, Danny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
she wasn't interested enough to even see your cousin like come up and reference his side of things. You know what I'm saying? What about Danny? What about research that then? Misha's cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got his own accounts, and he can sort of rubber stamp your accounts, Misha, your account. I mean, you know what I mean? But she's not
yeah,
interested in that. These clout chasers ain't interested in that. They're not interested in that, mate. It don't make good content. Misha in the church. That's not good content.
it's not good. I was like, she's real evil, and like she sound nasty through the video. You dumb bitch. Like, and when it comes out in the court, like, how is she gonna feel? She feels some type of way. She already know that I was there because she's behind closed doors. She's offering to help me get a lawyer, but you want me to send evidence to you so it can mess up Adria in the long run.
Nah,
And
man.
you know, like in Adria message, she at message Adria, and Adria like tell her to send it. Like Adria, like you fucking stupid. I'm not about to send that girl that because it's gonna mess you up in the long run.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, just do what you're doing because look, I mean, you got enough support. Trinity, Google, you know what I'm saying? Girati, you know what I'm saying? Look, they're solid around you, man. On this channel, it's like you don't need to go anywhere and do nothing. You know what I mean? You got sane and well adapted people around you right now, especially on this network. So I see you don't need none of them. You don't need their help or nothing. Danny is just trashing what you're doing. That's all she's doing. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to call out scammers or she's done Jag. Okay, good. You've done Jag, but you're making a mess of using Misha's material because you
Yeah,
just
but how
don't
is
come
she
out.
gonna feel when I pop out and then it come out? I'm on the CNN news looking like Jaguar right with my kufi on, talking about I was a victim and I survived. How's she gonna feel?
I mean, she's looking silly already because I mean, this stuff already. I mean, I bet she doesn't even know who Kathy O'Brien is. I knew you didn't, and that's good that you didn't because nobody can say you was copying her like King World saying, "Oh, they got Misha, Lamisha got all her shit from Kathy O'Brien." Like,
Well,
dude, what are you talking about, man? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Misha got her shit from Kathy O'Brien. This is what King World's saying. Like, switch him up.
I
I'm
don't
like,
even listen to that. Well, who the fuck is Kathy O'Brien? I need to Google that.
yeah, Kathy O'Brien. She went through the same shit you've been through, Mish.
Mm.
And it's like nobody mentioned her until I mentioned her in the chat one time. You know what I mean? And then, all of a sudden, King Wells looking up Kathy O'Brien now, because he's already trying to call out Ali Carr. So now I'm
Mm.
thinking, where's he getting Kathy O'Brien from? Oh, he must have seen that I wrote in Lamisha's chat. This is why he's researching Kathy O'Brien now. Now he's trying to say she's lying, and Lamisha and Ali are copying Kathy O'Brien. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
if you research Kathy O'Brien, you'll see look, her story is more or less the same as yours. And
Because
because you
they've
don't
been,
know,
if she was around celebrities, they've been doing this stuff since Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, this happened to him. He grew up abusing boys, but he didn't want to. He was forced. But Joe Jackson sold that boy, and everybody molesting him, having sex with him, and he up there singing ABCs, one, two, three. It's been going on. Even with the girl from the Wizard of Oz. It's been going on. It's been
you mean
going on.
Judy Garland?
Yeah, she been through some
Yeah,
she
you can
been through
tell.
things.
You
She was
know it,
on
man.
drugs, and
You
she
know it.
had sex with grown men at a young age.
What's the other one? Shirley Temple?
Yep, her too. That ain't Judy Shirley Temple.
No, 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 no. Judy Garland she did the Wizard of Oz, but Shirley Temple was like 5 or 6, messing around with big men.
Yeah,
You know what I
even
mean? Doing movies.
Drew Barrymore. She said that she was having relationships. She was in a relationship at 9 and 12 year old with grown old ass men.
Well, what about what's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name now. She did a rape scene when she was 16, 15. I can't remember her name now.
Megan Good.
Nah, no, 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 no. But even Brooke Shields did a love scene when she was like 13 or some shit. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's sick. Anything around Hollywood, you're all sick fucks, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? All of you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, and there you go. That's part of the MK Ultra program as well. Because if you can get an actor or an actress under MK Ultra, you've got them. They're going to play that part for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it belongs to the same thing, programming. What they've been doing to us when we're watching them movies. You know what I'm saying? It belongs in the same department. Of course, the sick debaucherous stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Of course, it does. You know what I'm saying? It's not in our face, like, unless you're on that snuff network. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which also is on the black web. You know what I mean? Snuff movies, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what they was doing to me. And I remember somebody having a fucking battery and this lizard looking motherfucker putting the things to my fucking nipples.
And
Fucking
see, you know what I mean?
electrocute me to death. And then they'll resuscitate me with the fucking in the little dungeon, the thing that they rub together and they be like, clear.
You see, I mean, that's what
They
I'm
were
saying,
killing
Mish.
me, then resuscitating me.
That's what I'm saying, Mish. You're not gonna come out with that stuff. It was bullshit. If it was bullshit, you're just not gonna come out with that stuff. So people need to be sort of sitting down and saying, "Well, look, there's another thing going on. There's another world you don't know about that's hidden behind the scenes." You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
it's
and people
towards
need to
entertainment.
understand when I was talking about because they was like, you got a C-section all the way up your chest. No, people need to understand that I had C-section done to me, but they were going to confiscate my organs. I was around the kids where they were taking the organs after they did the things that they did
Yeah,
to them. That's
yeah.
why the cut goes all the way up to my chest.
Well, I mean, I can, see, look, you're that open. I can say I think I had some kind of surgery done to my head because I got a big crack going down my skull.
Yeah,
Because
they
in that,
beat you with rocks. They beat you in your head. I got dents in my head too.
wow, wow. Because in that childcare institution, it's like, that's it. You know what I mean? You went missing in there, as long as you get back at a certain time. But I didn't know where I was. I had no idea where I was. I thought it was a chapel somewhere because I saw a big window when this creature was taking me down the stairwell. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? And I went to look for this chapel, but a couple of years ago, and I couldn't find it. I'm saying it must have been a chapel because it was a big stained window. colourful stained window. That's what I saw when I was being taken out of the room. But this is, this is my flashbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm ending up all kinds of TV celebrities and kind of in all sorts of places, making music, singing on records that I didn't get no credit for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's real. They be doing that. And just because if you're not, well known, or if you're not rich, famous, you're not in the elite, you're not in the group, they take advantage of you. They just use you, and they know that you have the gifts. They did that to a lot of people. You'll be ghostwriters, like backup helpers in the background. And they take all the credit. Oh, I wrote this song. I did this. I thought of the beat. Just taking credit for other people's work. They don't have no talent. They sing the songs, but they're not an artist to where they wrote it. They came up with it. The deep meaning behind them songs.
I mean, Mitch, I've been spending decades hiding from the industry. You know what I'm saying? I spent a while trying to get into it, but realized, nah, I don't want to get into it. Now I started to hide from it. You know what I mean? Because I'm a prolific songwriter, producer. I do that prolifically. I can write a song in a minute, knock up a track in a minute. You know what I mean? And I've just decided to just isolate myself from everything and everybody with it. You know what I mean? You know, hopefully make some dough with it soon. You know what I'm saying? But just stay the fuck out of the industry. Anybody with it, I've dealt with a label before. They done me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like unless you got your business sorted out and your royalties and your copyright claims. You know what I'm saying? You just get your stuff jacked. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Even Michael Jackson stole music. He stole loads of songs off people. You know what I mean? You
Yeah. She
know,
said she saw and felt things when she was in your field. She said her head was pounding. What she said? Let me should tell Earl my head was pounding.
oh, sorry, Trinity. But see, I mean, there you see the vulnerable side of Trinity as well, And I'm saying all that wisdom she's got's come from somewhere. Now, she let a bit out of where a lot of that comes from. It's like your wisdom, Mish, is incredible, mate. For you at that age, your age, and you got that much wisdom, it's all come from somewhere. Sometimes trauma brings out the best out of people. I've always
Yeah.
found that through trauma, I'm like, I don't know, my IQ goes up or something, a super intelligence develops or something like that from trauma. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, it
crazy.
be
Why did you take
spirit, the good
trauma?
spirit. I always claim the good spirit. That's why I call it the Holy Spirit. But I tell God the good energy, because when I was in them cults, it was all about negative energy and positive energy. And
Yeah.
I always pray when it came time for me to saying, um, I accept bail. I always said in my heart, God, please let the good energy get me, because they were killing us. We were all had bags on our head. We'd be naked and we'd be in a line. They stab you, shoot you. And if you accepted him, if you really accepted him because you were scared and you had to accept him, they would kill you on the spot. But if you didn't accept him, they'd be like, he's lying. So they couldn't kill you.
Yeah, man, that's some deep shit, Mish. You know what I'm saying? This is what
Yeah.
people don't realize. That they can't just keep coming at you. I mean, because you're consistent with it all the time. You say that you come up with the same things. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's only for people to research. They don't have to believe you. They can do their own research. I mean, there's plenty of research out there. Satanic ritual abuse cults. There's loads out here. There's a whole
Yeah, but
island out
it's just
up
crazy
here.
for a black woman, a black girl. It's crazy for a black person to say that they've been through some cult like stuff because we don't indulge in that stuff. That's
Well,
what
I mean, like I said,
but
Cafe
that's what their
O'Brien's.
mind is thinking. Well, I can't really make up no excuses for the things they do, the fucked up things. They just fucked up people, and they're getting paid to do what they're doing.
Yeah, and like I said, Cafe O'Brien's already been out there. She's already been out there with it on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Not clout chasing, not trying to get a bag. You know what I mean? Her man got her through it. You know what I'm saying? And helped raise her and her daughter. You know what I mean? With her. You know what I'm saying? And snap her out of the programming. And that's why she came out with it. But back then it was VHS videos. It wasn't no like social media or telephone or mobile phones or cash apps. Weren't none of that around then. So what what's her motive then? What's going to be her motive for saying that? King World saying that she's capping. We mean she's capping based on what?
No,
You know what
what
I'm
was
saying?
capping is him going to Mexico buying young boys, and for him to get up here talking about P Diddy when he's just like him. That's
Who?
cap, and that's cap.
Who? Who?
King Pink, King Payne, the one with the dreads and the fan and the crown.
Oh no, I'm talking about King World. I'm talking about King World.
Oh, King World, he's giving like he's on drugs. He's giving crackhead,
Like, dude,
and
you're up there for 8 hours, dude. Like you and Danny are up there for like the whole. I mean, I want a job. I haven't got a job right now, but that's clear. None of you is working. Like you're not doing a 9 to 5, man. You got too much time. Fucking bullshit, man. Like you know what I mean? And based on nothing. You haven't done the research. You don't know
they
about
ain't
MK
thought out the
Ultra.
hood. They just think inside the hood. They don't think it's a bigger world other than the projects. That's just how they brain work.
They don't know about MK Ultra or ritual satanic abuse. They don't.
Yeah,
Do
they
they
under
know about?
MK Ultra and they
Do they?
under ritual satanic abuse. Like verbally, that's what they're doing. They showing that they're in that cult.
Oh, you think they're in it?
Yeah.
I mean, even in it or ignorant of it, it doesn't matter. I mean, both ways. It's bad both ways, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
But
I
it's
feel
not.
like they're in it. They got something to do with Diddy or Jay Z to stir
I
the
mean,
narrative.
what I'm
Don't
saying,
say
I'm
nothing
saying,
about Jay Z. Danny's gonna be not Jay Z. He would never do that. Like, why is you all on this man dick? Like,
oh, Jay Z would never rub noses with Marina Abramovich. She wouldn't. She wouldn't. He wouldn't. No.
yeah, he had sex with Foxy Brown. I thought the whole time. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just now finding out when that song with him with Foxy Brown when she's singing about prostituting and he's singing about pimping her. I'm thinking she's a grown woman and the whole time she like 15, 16 in the damn music video.
El Nana was a demonic goddess, right?
Yeah, that song. She was like 15 or 16 in that song.
The El Nana is a deity. It ain't like a nickname she used
Ain't
just to.
no woman like the one I got. No one kid. She was a kid.
And what was that? What was that tag? The Il Nana, the Il Nana, and the Il Nana. If you look it up, it's a demonic deity.
Yeah, he made songs. I'm gonna kill the Christian church. I'm gonna kill the music. Like he tells y'all.
The dude's 100% satanic, man. What he what did he do? He bought his nephew a car, and the same car his nephew died in, and he wrote a song about it. I'm like, what the fuck? You lot are
Because he
sick.
probably killed and sacrificed his nephew. You know, if you don't have kids to produce, you have to sacrifice some type of kid. And I'm not trying to be funny, but even with Big Homie CC, his uncle sacrificed him. Because the whole time he was around celebrities and that stuff happened, CC was a child. He wasn't grown.
It's rife. It's rife. They don't even Gilly. You know what I'm saying? It's rife. You know, Gilly the kid. It's rife what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Giving up somebody and getting something
Yeah.
for it. You know what I mean? It's it's just it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? It's just going to continue. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the picture of my nephew. I think he was sacrificed.
You probably have to email it. I had put my email up here. It's SHAKEYBANK. And let me see if I've seen them before.
Yeah, I did email you. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we're hooked up now, so I mean,
Oh
we
yeah,
can.
I can't
We'll
really
always,
see the picture because it's small. Like I
yeah.
can't zoom in.
But Niche, just do what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way however it comes out, so long as you're not censored or anything, you just drop it like it is. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say drop it like it hot. You know what I'm saying? Snoop already done that, hasn't he? You just got to keep it real and just do you, Mish. It's raw. It's it's heavy, you know what I mean? But you know, it's reality. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, if it's too much for the people that say, nah, that ain't true or whatever, that's it. That's tough shit. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had a hard job sort of saying what I said tonight, but you know, I mean, it happens. This stuff happens. You know, your Kathy O'Briens, they can tell you about it, and they spoke about that 40 or 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 40 years ago, maybe 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
You know,
look them up, but I haven't even watched nothing about nobody. I told my story, so that means that the same people that did it to me, probably did it to her. How old is she that happened to her? It was
yeah,
probably Clive Davis and them.
well,
The
presidents,
Mendez brothers, daddy and mama, they were in the
congressmen,
cult.
presidents, entertainers, all sorts of people.
Yeah, on
But
my
she's not the
report,
only
on
one.
my original report, it's the government that had me. That was sex trafficking me, and taking me all across the states, like the
Exactly.
government officials, like the
Congressman, yeah.
politicians.
But that's what I said, Meech. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know Kathy O'Brien. So how can you be copying her? You know what I mean?
Right.
Stupid to say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh, she's just another Kathy O'Brien. And then, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, dude, I had to just unsubscribe from him when I heard that crap. I'm like, yo, dude, what do you know about the whole thing? What do you know about, mind control programming and the whole rest of it? You don't know nothing. So until you've researched that, you can't be saying nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, the fuck? I mean, when just to say, you know what I mean? When Atwood kind of like pushed you back on that live, you know what I mean? That was a letdown for me as someone from the UK. I thought, oh no, I mean, I thought at least he's going to hold up some kind of end. You know what I mean? It was good. It was refreshing to see an English guy, you know, addressing American themes. You know what I'm saying? Which through the language affects us all. You know what I mean? But then it just went left, didn't it? And then you got pushed back, and then Jag stepped in, and they're still using Jag now. You know what I mean? Which is why I can't subscribe to Atwood. You know what I mean? I just can't subscribe to him no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah,
let that.
because I think I was set up. I was told I was set up on to get on this show to be discreditable for the courts because Sean Atwell always talking about aliens and stuff. So they put me on that channel to try to discredit me for the courts. It's what I feel like. I didn't know nothing. Lionel B set me up to be on a Sean Atwell show. I didn't know nothing about it. He said that he's a good person.
I mean, he probably had the best
He said
intentions
I
when he
told
brought up.
him don't tell Jag cannot get up there with you. On the live, don't bring Jag up there. But I didn't know that. When Jag
Yeah, but
came on, I was like, we're not really cool. We're gonna probably
did
get
you
into it. And then they brought her up there. But I probably should have told them, hell no, I don't want her up there. Some
yeah, but
told me no.
did you remember her then, or did it came back when did that memory come back when she was actually on the live?
When I already remember her from the club, I was telling Adria, like, girl, yeah, they came up in the club and they acting like they didn't know who I was. And they was telling me all this stuff or whatever. And then when she got up there, she had the conversation from when they was in the club. Cause I never talked about her about the yellow and the orange when we talked for the Natalia show. So when she got up there, and I was like, yeah, I know that. Like, girl, I know who you are. I didn't per se remember everything about her, but it made me remember the childhood trauma with her.
Yeah,
Um, it made me remember the childhood trauma with her, cause she was one of Diddy's girlfriends. But he got her hooked on the drugs. Instead of her being in the studio, they kind of fucked her career off. And she was too opinionated. Like if they would be like, drink this blood right now, she would be like, I don't want to. I don't want to stab a kid. And like she was just too opinionated. And that's why she is the way she is right now. That's why her career didn't go nowhere because she don't listen. Rihanna, Beyonce, and everybody listened.
yeah. Beyonce's still listening.
Yeah, she high listening. She's still listening.
I mean, I'm saying that's a tortured soul. I don't know. That's someone being tortured consistently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing with the whole symbolism with Jay-Z burning the old Beyonce and coming out with Sasha Fierce. It's like that's it. She's
That's
gone,
when
mate.
it started coming over. Yeah, when she showed that she killed the old her, the innocent, the girl her, the Destiny Child version of her, so she
I
can be
mean,
the diva.
Mish, if you see that there's a gift, a gift. Is it a gift? GIF of her at the Super Bowl when that thing turned up.
Yeah,
When
you can see
Sasha
it in her
Fierce turned,
eyes. It'd be like me, like my eyes, I glimpsed.
yo, when Sasha Fierce turned up, dude, that looked like yo. I'm like, I've looked at that and I thought, like, this person just turned up. They ain't Beyonce. That's some entity. You
Yeah,
know what
a
I mean?
demon is a goddess in the myth in the Romans. A demon, being a diva is evil.
Yeah, man.
It's this evil thing, like with a cone head, like this evil, ugly looking thing with a body that's shaped cute. Like
But
Doja Cat, she's
yeah,
obsessed with
Doja
her
Cat.
altar.
Jesus, my God,
She's
what a mess.
obsessed with her altar. Doja Cat is obsessed with that altar, her altar demon. She be trying to dress like it. Even Megan Thee Stallion, now they starting to dress like when they be going to Grammy, they be dressing weird. They be dressing like they demons.
You don't think the Stallion's a dude?
Probably is Morgan.
I'm sure that's swinging a bat, like you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, my research on that kind of stuff goes deep as well. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to go too much into that, but that's what it is. The Baphomet is half male, half androgynous, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? If they're worshiping the Baphomet, it's an androgynous entity. So that's why everything's flipped. Men are women and women are men, or there's you don't know who's who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where you get the flip side of it all. You know what I mean? And then Jag covering that Baphomet tattoo. I mean, that ain't gonna do nothing for you. What you done is sealed it in. That's all you done. You don't cover it. You know, you get rid of the shit. You know what I'm saying? She sealed it in. You know, and no wonder why you're a mess. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jag all slick. But yeah, it's that. You know, we're dealing with stuff that's beyond like everyday the material realm. It's not. It's hidden. It's It's like Trinity said. It's in the ether. You know what I mean? That's why you got to clean your aura and purifying your mind. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't come nowhere near around you. Doesn't say you ain't gonna encounter it when you leave, but you know what to expect. You know how to defend yourself. In that realm. You know what I mean? You know, that's probably what you've done. You strengthen your resolve so much. You know what I'm saying? That nothing can really touch you anymore. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean to say you don't have the traumas and the bad and the backlashes
Yeah,
every now and
'cause
again. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, because I kind of not necessarily forgot that stuff happened to me, but in order for me not to be a crackhead or to be on drugs, be in the streets like real gone, I was gone. I used to like to dance a lot, be at strip clubs and work a lot, get money a lot because it kept my mind busy. When I
Yeah,
sit down and I just have no thoughts, it'd be a crazy thought for me being tortured.
yeah,
It's a crazy thought of me doing something fucked up. But I suppress the memories with a fake illusion, like, oh no, that never happened to me. I was a virgin up until I got pregnant. Like, I just made fake illusions in my head. Like, I was like, damn, I never really had a boyfriend. Never really had a relationship. I had about 5 black boyfriends. I didn't have my real boyfriend until I turned 22. Like,
yeah.
I I just thinking about my life. How I didn't date, how I don't have school pictures. I don't have a
Wow,
lot of childhood pictures in the
wow.
era, I was missing. I don't have a lot of childhood pictures. And or they'll let me come home and they'll take a picture, but then I feel weird, like everybody knows what I've been through. You know?
Yeah,
It was just a weird feeling. And I
yeah,
can say I have my justice because this was already a fruition, but I just was like I had to prove all this stuff. Even though I wrote police reports, I have to prove everything. And my body do tell a story. That's a big part of the proof, but I don't know. It's just like it just
I
get a
mean,
little discouraging.
Mish, you are the proof. You don't have to prove anything. You are the proof.
Yeah.
You are the proof. You don't have to. You know, it's no point trying to convince people of anything. You know what I mean? You just be consistent. Like I was saying, do you what you're doing on your channel, develop your content. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what can anybody say? You're gonna be saying the same thing when you mention it down the line. It's not gonna be any different. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's it. You can't be trying to convince people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all around us. It's all around us. They're covering up every day. There's codes and numbers and all kinds of stuff they cover it all up with. But you know, you're going to get to the point. I mean, it does go as far as is even seeing what runs governments and corporations. I'm telling you, it's a lot of sick shit. The TV company over the BBC, man, they're full of it. There's all that going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which Google was wondering who I have to pay a TV license to. It's them people. You know what I mean? Who, you know what I mean? Or initially they sort of oversee the royal family when the Queen was getting crowned. This is how we got the BBC. But behind the BBC, there ain't been nothing but scandal, scandal, scandal. And it's PDF scandals throughout, all the time. From this guy named Jim Savile to upwards, even recently. You know what I mean? There's been another scandal in the BBC because they're good at covering stuff up. All that satanic ritual abuse and all that stuff, and connected to royalty as well, is all being covered up.
Yeah, they control the narrative. The people that are doing the abuse, they control how it's gonna be put
Exactly.
out there.
Control the narrative by controlling the media. That's it.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's it right there. Right there. The media are full, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the one person you think, and this is when it comes to freedom of speech as well, you know what I mean? And fair and correct and accurate journalism. It just doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore, you know what I mean? And it gets worse as well. You got TV companies and even Come Dancing and all these programs are behind all these cover-ups and stuff. These talent shows where loads of children turn up to, probably some of them don't return home. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
crazy, it's rife. And with Michael Jackson as well, you're going into people's homes. You're leaving countries and going to Australia and spending nights with boys. Dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the name of entertainment, all this sick shit goes on. And I can tell you my own story with P. Diddy because an artist I was working with spent the weekend with him out there in New York, man. It's crazy. She came back different. She don't talk to me no more.
Who?
It's a daughter of a reggae artist. And I was working with her and her management and another artist who it looked like she was trapped. They were both underage at the time and lying about their age. I didn't know. And I was working with them. But then, I saw some other things which didn't look right either. And then next minute they went up going to the P. Diddy freak off event, I think, I don't know, to meet P. Diddy, and they came back different. She came back different. She don't talk to me no more.
Yeah, they probably did it, had sex with her, or made her do some weird stuff, or made her eat something weird. And Google, you just now talking about you got a P Diddy story. Why ain't you been said your story, girl? She just caught me off guard with that.
So so the P. Diddy thing didn't surprise me at all because I thought, oh man, that sounds familiar, man. That sounds familiar. And then some of the material he brought back, the videos he brought back, her management, no, it was disgusting. I couldn't watch them. I couldn't look at them. I don't want to be graphic or nothing, but so the Diddy thing don't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me one little bit because I'm flashing back now. I'm thinking, oh wow, okay, that makes sense now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, about 20 years ago, I was trying to get into the industry. I've met rappers, I met Exhibit, in the
Yeah,
worst
that's
way.
around that time. Exhibit, Superhead, and all them. I remember. Yeah, it's around what is that? 2003.
Exhibit ain't what you think, man. I'm telling you, he's not what you think. You know, Pimp My Ride and all that shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's another side to you altogether, mate. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, you think I thought Hippo. I mean, you know, my research on my channel does a lot because I broke the whole Bambata and KRS-One link. You know what I mean? Went deep into that. Did a lot of research on KRS-One, and it turns out he's a bit freaky as well. You wouldn't believe, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, his mate Scott LaRock getting dumped so early as well. And then there's three other people in KRS-One's family that got bumped off as well, including Miss Melody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they do, you know, this the ritual sacrifice thing is a real thing. It's real. It's a real thing, man. It's like, you know, people ain't got no time to be just gassing off for nothing, just for clout. You know what I mean? Some of that shit is for real. You know, we just have to just wake up. We're moving into a realm where we ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. You know what I mean? You know, or call it out, or you know, it's already going on. Like you can't say certain things on YouTube. You're saying PDF instead of pedophile now. It's like it's crazy, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But I'm gonna keep on speaking my truth.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but Mish, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know, keep it within your own realm because other people will just pull you one side and the other side. Then you know what I mean? I don't want to see you end up like what you did with Atwood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you flying your own flag. It's like that's it. Just do you. That's it. You don't care how many subscribers you get. Okay, you'd like a few more subscribers. You know how many people have liked this video so far? And, and
Yeah.
not
I
only that,
can't really see because
we
we
giving
on here.
Danny
But
plenty of
when I get
content.
off, I'll be able to see.
Yeah, but we giving Danny plenty of content as well. And she can run with this if she wants. You know what I'm saying? Because you know people
Yeah.
just got to wake up. People got to wake up, man. That's it. Just wake the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, it's children that suffer. It is the children that suffer. It's the next generation that say, right, because you let that part go and haven't done anything about it, you know, you, the adult, the more responsible person, the next generation now have to suffer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They want to depopulate the place. So there's more children going missing. You know, Bill Gates started going on about if we use vaccines, we can do this and do that and have less people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Well, why not just remove a few children as well? You know, just treat them as like, you know, surplus to requirements. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know, at least on Tez Moses' channel, she puts a whole list of missing children. You know, reel after reel after reel of missing children, go back 5 or 6 years. It's crazy the amount of missing children there are. It's just nuts. But that fuels the whole. It fuels the economy. It fuels the whole structure of things. To think that you know what I mean, it's children that are fueling everything we do now. Missing children, children that are suffering. You know what I mean? People that children that are crying for help. It all comes
Yeah.
down to that at the end of the day. This is what people don't realize. This is how deep it is, and this is why I gravitate to you and your channel and your moderators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. Shall I get off now?
Oh we can go live tomorrow. I'll invite you up. I don't want to use up all the what you calls because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's 2 hours I've been on now.
Yeah, and I appreciate you so much. You are so smart, and um I, I'm praying for you. And look, thank God that you made it. I got somebody else that I can resonate with. It feels good.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure at first because I thought, well, you know what I mean. From a UK perspective, it's going to look a lot different. But we out here, we got some sick fuckers out here that are into some sick shit, and a lot of that comes from here. There's putting children to work as early as 5 years old, up chimneys, all kind of things, man. There used to be workhouses. I don't know if you know the story of Oliver, but that's kind of like based on a reality.
Yeah, it's slavery. Kids out there picking cotton, 3, 4
Yeah,
years old. Yeah, that's real.
Oliver Twist. That's real. That's how they got down over here. You know what I mean? So yeah. So with that, man, I'll leave you to sort of wrap up.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I appreciate everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. We can go live and we can pick up where we left off.
yeah, thanks Google, thanks Trinity, thanks Divine, and thanks Mish. You know,
Yeah. Thank you too, Dujati.
Gujarati. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Dujati
yeah,
with the karate. That's how I can remember
yeah.
her
No,
name.
no rack, no rackers asses here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, peace.
Bye. Dujati karate. Yeah, you got to because I hit that Dujati, make you want to hit you with that karate. Hit you with that Dujati. Yeah, it's more like I'm hitting karate. I had to make up a rap in order to know how to pronounce your name. Good night. Yeah, we gonna make a copy of that song. Good night. I love y'all.